Hey guys, so number 5 asks, what fraction is a multiple of 1 over 9? The first thing you need to ask yourself is, what is a multiple? A multiple is a whole number times the fraction that we're looking at. So we're looking at the fraction 1 over 9. We know that a multiple does not change the bottom number. It does not change the denominator. So already we know that 9 over 12, 9 over 10, that cannot be an answer. 9 over 12 and 9 over 10 cannot be the answer. So you can cross out that whole middle section, and that leaves us with just 4. Can 1 over 9 be multiplied by a number to make 3 over 9? I would say yes. That's times 3 equals 3 over 9. Can 1 over 9 be multiplied by a number to make 4 over 9? Yep, times 4. How about 2 over 9? Yup, times 2. And 9 over 9. Yup, times 9. So there are actually 4 answers to number 5. It's 3 over 9, 4 over 9, 2 over 9, and 9 over 9. Make sure that you're being very careful and checking each answer. Just when it says mark all that apply, don't just mark one, because it usually means that there's more than one. Number 6. Mimi recorded a soccer game that lasted 1 and 2 over 3 hours. She watched it 3 times to study the plays. How many hours did she spend watching the soccer game? So she watched it 3 times. 1 and 2 over 3 times 3. What's our first step? We just learned this. This was our last lesson. What is our last lesson about? Changing this number right here into a improper fraction. So how do we do that? We put our x at the bottom and our plus at the top. Our x at the bottom and the plus at the top. X at the bottom and the plus at the top. And we start with the 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. So 5 over 3 times 3 equals 5. 5 times 3 is 15. And we keep the bottom the same. 15 over 3. 15 divided by 3 just to see how many hours she worked at it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's 5. 5 hours total. Done. So that was number 6. Let's do number 7. Theo is comparing shark lengths. He learned that a horned shark is 2 1/3 foot long. A blue shark is 4 times that. Complete the model to find the length of the blue shark. So you could either complete the model, which I think you should, or you can just do the math. So the math is actually just 2 and 3 over 4, and this is for number 7, times 4. And in order to complete the model, the blue horned shark would be 2 3/4. You would just write 2 3/4 4 times, because it's 4 times this number. Now, we again cannot leave it like this. You cannot multiply a mixed by a whole. So we're going to do the times at the bottom and the plus at the top. The x at the bottom and the plus at the top. The x at the bottom and the plus at the top. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 9, 10, 11. 11 over 4 times 4. And remember, we only multiply the top number by the 4. And that gives us 11 times 4 is 44. And we put that over 4. Boom, done. And if they wanted this, but they didn't actually say, they're asking for the length. Technically, this is the length. But if they wanted it in just feet, I would do 44 over 4 is 11 feet. So whichever way, I would have accepted either answer, either this, the improper, or the actual. Either one would have been fine. Number 8. I'm giving myself very little room for number 8. Joel made the number line showing 3 over 5, 3/5. The product 2 times 3/5 is shown by the fraction blank on the number line. So they want to know if they did 2 times 3 over 5, What fraction would that be? 2 times 3 over 5 would be what fraction? So they do not want us to change it into a mixed number with a number and a fraction or anything like this or a whole number. They want an actual fraction. So all you would have to do is 2 times 3 is 6 over 5 stays the same. So 6 over 5 would be 2 times 3 fifths. Let's do, what was I up to? 9. Bobby is at basketball practice on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Each practice is 2.5 hours. Bobby says he will have practice for 4 hours this week. Without multiplying, is Bobby correct? So, without multiplying, without doing anything, we're just using mental math. He's saying that each practice is 2.5 hours, and he's doing this 3 times a week. Is that 4 hours? No, he's not correct. Because 2 times 3 is already 6, and then he has the half hours. So already we know that this cannot be correct. It's too low. So what will he actually, and they're looking for a mixed number, how long will he actually be practicing for? 2 and 1/2. And he's doing this times 3. That will be our equation. We have to make this into an improper fraction. So we'll do times and plus. X at the bottom and a plus at the top. 2 times 2 is 4 plus, oh wait, that's a 2, right? Yeah. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 over 2 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15 over 2. But they want this, and this is why it's important to read. Write your answer as a mixed number, so they do not want it as 15 over 2. So we could just do 15 divided by 2. What's 15 divided by 2? You can just count up to 2's. The closest you can get without going over is to 14. So that's 2 times 7 is 14. And that leaves us with a remainder of 1. Ooh, that's funky R. Remainder 1. So that's 7 remainder 1. But that's actually 7 remainder 1, but we put it over the 2. And that's our answer. 7.5 hours. So his estimate of 4 hours was very off. Not correct at all. I will put up another video from 10 all the way to 14. Yes, that's what I will be doing. Thanks, guys.